Dear faithful, with this video we will delve into a fascinating and mysterious phenomenon. The power of the sign of the cross, combined with water, which seems to have the power to work real miracles. This connection between the sign of the cross and water has been the subject of intense scientific studies by physics researcher Angelina Malakhovskaya and her team in Saint Petersburg. For nearly a decade, they have explored the profound implications of the sign of the cross and its possible influence on water purification and human health. According to research conducted by Dr. Malakhovskaya, this ancient gesture not only has a profound mystical meaning, but also a surprising practical advantage. When the sign of the cross is made on food or drink before the meal, a sort of instant purification occurs. It is a daily miracle that happens before our eyes, but often goes unnoticed. The seemingly simple act of making the sign of the cross, with the fingers touching the forehead, center of the chest, solar plexus, and shoulders, has a surprising impact on what follows. In particular, studies have revealed that water itself, or that contained in foods, can acquire unique bactericidal properties after being sanctified by prayer and the sign of the cross. Water samples taken from different sources, such as wells, rivers, and lakes, were used to test the effect of prayer and the sign of the cross on pathogenic bacteria, such as Escherichia coli and Staphylococcus aureus. The results were extraordinary. The number of harmful bacteria decreased dramatically, sometimes by 1,000-fold, when the Lord's Prayer was read over the food samples and the sign of the cross was made over them. What makes this phenomenon even more fascinating is that the beneficial effects do not appear to be limited to water purification alone. Considering the fact that the human body is 75% water, human indicators, such as blood pressure and blood tests, improved significantly after using the sign of the cross. What is even more remarkable is that the changes in the indicators go in the direction necessary to achieve noticeable physical improvements or healing. For example, people with low blood pressure, hypotension, see an increase in blood pressure, while those with high blood pressure, hypertension, experience a decrease. But there is an important aspect to consider. Faith and precision in performing the sign of the cross seem to be essential for obtaining positive results. If the gesture is performed carelessly or disrespectfully, the beneficial effect is significantly reduced or completely absent. One of the most fascinating aspects of this research is the measurement of the optical density of water before and after the sign of the cross. The results indicate that the optical density increases from its initial value, suggesting that the water appears to memorize the meaning of prayers said over it, retaining this effect in the form of increased optical density. Although the human eye cannot perceive these changes in the structure of water, scientific instruments provide an objective assessment of this phenomenon. Additionally, the degree of blessing appears to affect water. The water perceives the difference between the sign of the cross made by a layman and that made by a priest. Water blessed by a priest definitely shows an even greater increase in optical density. This suggests that water can recognize the degree of blessing. Another interesting aspect is the connection between faith and water. The fact that water reacts to people's faith, regardless of their religious affiliation, is remarkable. Even non-believers, when baptized, experienced a positive effect, albeit to a lesser extent than believers. Sacred sites such as Lourdes in France and the Ganges River in India are associated with water-related healings and miracles, demonstrating the cultural and religious importance of water in many parts of the world. However, it is crucial to underline that despite these interesting discoveries and reports of healing, science continues to explore these phenomena in depth. Studies need to be repeated and verified to confirm these findings and to determine the precise scientific explanations behind these effects. The relationship between the sign of the cross, water and miracles represents a fascinating field of study that challenges our current understanding of science and faith. The relationship between miracles and water can be examined from different angles, including symbolic, religious, and scientific aspects. From a symbolic and religious point of view, water has a sacred role, associated with purification and regeneration. It is used in rituals such as baptism to represent a spiritual rebirth. Many religious traditions recount miracles related to water, such as the parting of the Red Sea in Jewish tradition or the healing miracles of Jesus in Christianity. From a scientific point of view, some explanations can rationalize seemingly miraculous phenomena related to water, such as optical and refraction effects. Water has unique physical properties and can create visual illusions. However, the perception of a miracle can often depend on individual beliefs. The presence of water and a multitude of people in miracle stories can be seen from a religious perspective as an element conducive to healing thanks to collective energy. From a rational point of view, this can influence the perception of an event, prompting many people to interpret it as miraculous. These findings echo other water-related research and phenomena, such as the water memory theories of Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, who explore the relationship between words, sounds, music, and the crystalline structure of waterfall. Professor Emoto conducted experiments in which he froze water samples at very low temperatures after they had been exposed to various stimuli, such as written words, music, or prayers. Consequently, he observed the ice crystals that formed, photographing them to show their structure. Water exposed to positive thoughts, kind words, or loving intentions created beautiful, harmonious ice crystals, while water exposed to negative thoughts or hurtful words formed disharmonious, highly distorted crystals. Masaru Emoto's research on water memory and changes in water crystallization have been the subject of enormous scientific discussion worldwide, leaving many questions still uncovered. Places like Lourdes in France and the Ganges River in India are associated with water-related healings and miracles, supported by faith and the Catholic Church. However, such claims are not scientifically validated and may vary between individuals. In general, water-related healings and miracles defy objective scientific explanations. Science seeks to understand them, but it is important to respect people's personal experiences, recognizing the complexity of human health and the role of faith in interpreting such events. Leave your opinion on the matter below in the comments, and thanking you for having seen the video so far. We invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel by also activating the little bell. Thank you with all my heart. See you soon.